What's happening, everybody? I'm Batwolf and welcome to another episode of Art Time. In order to have a better relationship with the camera and also for the people back at home watching these videos, I thought it would be good to share what I actually look like, and yeah, it seems like I'm getting kind of serious with this YouTube stuff now. So if you're ever wondering where that monotone voice comes from, it's this face. Officers, it's this guy right here. In today's episode, we will be continuing to ask the question that we've already established in the first episode of this Lantern series of which DC Comics Lantern Corps would the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters belong in. As was stated, this is the second part of an ongoing series, so if you didn't see the first episode and want to see the main 4 turtles get turned into a Green Lantern, Blue Lantern, and so on, check out the first episode. Our subjects for this video will be Master Splinter, the Shredder, and Krang. Before we get into the video, a quick refresher on what Lantern Corps are. Lantern Corps are intergalactic space warriors that are chosen based off of the strongest personality traits and use their power rings to enforce the will of their Lantern Corps. These Lantern Corps are will, fear, hope, rage, love, compassion, avarice, shame, and the ones that combine them all, death and life. With the geek facts out of the way, let us begin. Master Splinter, aka Hamato Yoshi, is the rat sensei and father of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Through my analysis of Master Splinter, it was clear to me that he has possibly the best amount of balance and inner peace than any of the characters in the Tmnt world. It's this and a sense of honor that had me believing for a long time that Splinter would belong to the White Lantern Corps of life. However, the responsibility of a White Lantern is to maintain life and balance within a galaxy at all costs. Of course, Splinter is a protector and wouldn't allow innocents to be hurt, or would he? The only questionable, some might say selfish thing about him is the love he has for his sons. His love is so powerful that in most cases, he wishes for the 4 brothers to always remain in the shadows and stay away from humans. He does eventually let his sons go on their own paths, but this again is to allow his sons to be happy and develop in their lives, because he loves them. I would even argue to say that Master Splinter in each version and every action and decision that he makes can be explained and based off of the love of Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. He loves them so much, not just as a father, but as a master, he's able to know their personalities like the back of his hand, which is why he's able to know which of the weapons that they are able to use and which will allow them to elevate their abilities. So with that evidence out of the way, the Star Sapphire Lantern's light shines bright, and Master Splinter answers the call. Starting off this drawing, I knew I wanted to make the Ninja Master in a meditative state with him mastering his new abilities. For this design, I had taken a lot of inspiration from the 2012 TMNT series version of Splinter, but added a lighter shade to his fur and longer facial hair. The robes I changed into the pink and black colors of the Love Lanterns and placed their symbol on his belt. Funny thing I noticed about the Love Lanterns is that they don't wear their symbols on their chests. Why that is? I don't know. Maybe it was an aesthetic choice or something. Anyways, engulfing him in the Star Sapphire love energy, here is Master Splinter, Rat of Love. Hiroku Saki, more well known by the public and his enemies as the Shredder. Saki is the leader of the Foot Clan and has made it his mission to eradicate Hamato Yoshi and his turtle sons. The Shredder is a warrior of precision and skill, just as the ninja are expected to be. However, the Shredder has allowed himself to be completely consumed by his lust for vengeance. Whether it be anger from his longing and jealousy from love, or falling behind in skill. The Shredder has surrounded his entire life around revenge, and that is why he is a perfect fit for the Red Lantern Corps of Rage. Yeah, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to see that the Shredder is a very angry person. But Saki has shown other interests and cares, like the development of his clan or taking care of his daughter, Karai. However, when he sees the rat and his formidable turtle sons, all seem to fade and all he sees is the red fires of rage. The most struggling thing about this design was nailing down his stance. I wanted a stance that seemed full of anger but gave a feeling of incoming doom. I settled on him walking towards the viewer. The fun thing about this design was that I got to play with the idea of what I wanted my version of Shredder to look like. I took inspiration and pieces from all sorts of varied Irokusakis and put them together into one design. As I finished up with the colors, I had focused on the effects. As the energy and power took over, so did the familiar feeling of vengeance. And here is Shredder, the Foot of Rage. Krang, the alien conqueror from another dimension. In many versions of the character, Krang has had an obsession with conquering Earth and all of its inhabitants and are the creators of the mutagen. This specific Krang we're talking about is sometimes a disgraced and banished madman, and sometimes the race's leader. He uses everyone and everything he can to achieve his goals. False promises, sacrificing others, even mutating, torturing, and experimenting on poor innocent creatures, turning them into fractured weapons like Leatherhead. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Krang, in each version, time, and dimension, is the most selfish, egotistical, backstabbing character in all of Tmnt history. Which is why he is in the Orange Lantern Corps of Avarice. Basing it again on the 2012 version of the character, I wanted to make the drawing at an angle that has it looking down at his prize. His prize, of course, being his selfish need for mastery and control over the galaxy. So I allowed that idea to take control over the design, placing the Orange Lantern uniform over his body, which I thought looked pretty cool. Originally, I thought about placing him in robotic bodies that the Krang used to be more threatening and powerful, but I think the goal is to have as much power as possible so they wouldn't have to do that. After adding all of the colors, I was really liking how it was developing. I didn't love the placement of the galaxy projection I made, and you can see me trying to move it around and make it better, but I still think this came out well. With his selfish need of control and power, here is Krang, the brain of avarice. So here are the new designs for the Tmnt Lantern characters. Thank you so much for supporting the first video, and if you want to see a third video, let's get about 50,000 views. I know that might seem like a lot, but I gotta admit, I didn't think I was gonna get that many views on the first video, so I'm hoping this video will do well. Please let me know what characters you would like to see turned into the DC Comics Lantern Corps. If you like this video, please check out if the Avatar: The Last Airbender characters were in Star Wars. Subscribe for more, and this is Batwolf, howling out.